unofficial Universal Orlando podcast is a member of the Mice Chat Podcast Network. MicePod.com. Now, discover the universe, one theme park at a time.
Welcome, Universal fans. This episode is brought to you by Fairy Godmother Travel and the Producers Club. So let's join the crew as they bring you the latest news from the Universal Orlando Resort and from all around the Universal globe.
Hey everybody, and welcome to episode 153 of the unofficial Universal Orlando podcast. I'm Darren, and joining to me today is Hunter.
I'm excited to be joining to you today.
Yes, join to me, sir.
It's a bonding experience.
Yes. And then we also have Tracy.
Hello, everyone.
And the anchor, the rock of the show, Lee Malaby.
Boop, 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 doop, boop, boop. Hello, everyone.
Still
I'm sticking with it.
How's everybody doing today?
Good.
Yeah, good.
A little nervous, but yeah.
Shouldn't be nervous this week. You got a whole week to be nervous.
Oh, you don't know what I've got planned for you?
Oh, God.
All right, well, let's start off like we do with some birthday things. So, Tracy?
Yes, we have some Producers Club member birthdays. So we'd like to wish a very happy birthday to David Wilson, whose birthday is July 23rd. And also, Drew, Lee, help me out with how you pronounce this one.
Gergich.
Drew Gergich. And your birthday is July 26th, just in case you didn't know. So happy birthday, both of you, and I hope you have a wonderful day.
Yes, happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
And then we'll just move straight on to the Great Butterbeer Debate. And this time we have Michelle.
Hi, UUOP. This is Michelle and Audrey from South Carolina. Tracy helped me plan my family's trip to Universal Orlando back in October, and I'm just now getting around to my butterbeer preference. For me, I preferred Frozen. I just thought it was awesome. I thought that the regular was just a little bit too sweet for me. And I also went on another trip in March with some other travel agents and tried it again and again. Frozen won. I just like it better. It tastes really refreshing and not quite so strong. It's just my favorite and go-to drink. How about you, Audrey?
Mine's Frozen too. I like it. It doesn't taste as syrupy to me, so it's easier to go down. And it's more cooling, especially when you're walking around a lot.
The only problem was it gave us a pretty big brain freeze. Yeah. Brain freeze. So anyway, that is our preference. Frozen all the way. Thanks, UUOP.
That is the correct answer.
Yes.
And after I helped her plan her holiday.
Now, you have a different name here, Lee.
Yeah, no,
First it's
ignore
Michelle,
it.
and then it's Mari.
Because it was copy and paste and I never changed it.
Okay, so it's Michelle.
Yeah.
Still. All right, well, thanks, Michelle. We really want to hear your input on the Great Butterbeer Debate. So,
Record us a message letting us know who you are, where you are from, and email them to us at podcast@uuopodcast.com.
Yep, just let us know whether you are team regular, frozen, hot, or ice cream. And as well as email, you can record them at speakpipe.com/UUOpodcast on your phone, tablet, or computer. As long as it has a microphone, you're good to go.
all right. Well, unless there's any other pressing matters. Oh, I did the Minion Challenge.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah, we'll talk about that real quick. The Minion scavenger hunt at the park was pretty neat. They've got 4 different like little Minion magnets you can get. You've got a pirate, you've got like a band leader kind of guy, and you got a caveman, and what's the other one here? Like a Minion wearing the royal jewels, basically.
The crown jewels.
Yes, the crown jewels. So that's for you guys over there.
Awesome.
Yeah. So yeah, the lady was nice enough to let us do all 4 of them.
Cool.
And just run through and grab all of them. So that's still going on, and it is totally free. You can go to the Universal, what would we say, the Minion store, the Universal store. I think those are the 2 main places, but you can go to any of the little kiosks around that area and pick those up.
Did you see a lot of people doing it, Darren?
No, I didn't actually. And they had a lot of magnets though. So
Does it seem well advertised around the park?
not at all.
All
I mean,
right.
you might. By the thing is like the first time you see one is in Hollywood, the Hollywood area, and at that point, it might already be too much of a walk back, to the studio store, and
Yeah.
people just probably go, no, I won't worry about it. But you'll definitely see the minions around. They just didn't advertise the actual scavenger hunt very well, I don't think.
Okay.
But anyways, do it if you're going. It's cool. It's fun.
Awesome. We will.
All right. And with that, let's go on with the news.
Right, I shall start. Recently, USA Today asked a panel of experts to nominate 20 nominations, to make 20 nominations for the best theme park restaurant. The top 10 winners were determined by a popular vote. So the results were as follows, in reverse order. Number 10, Mrs. Knott's Chicken Dinner Restaurant at Knott's Berry Farm.
I've heard very good things about that.
Yeah, heard it's really, really good.
Number 9, the Blue Bayou Restaurant in Disneyland.
Oh, that's great.
That Hunter, that's the one that Pirates of the Caribbean goes through, isn't it?
That's correct.
Ah. Number 8 is Be Our Guest Restaurant in the Magic Kingdom, which doesn't
That's okay.
surprise me.
You can't get in it, can you?
Queues and- Number 7, Vivo Italian Kitchen at Universal City Walk. Awesome.
To be tried at a later date.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And number 6, the Hungry Dutchman Cafe at Nellis Dutch Village.
I've never even heard of that.
Nope.
Nope.
Number 5, Aunt Granny's All You Care to Eat Buffet in Dollywood.
Is that not a contradiction in
Granny's-
terms?
look.
And Granny?
Yeah, she's got to make up her mind what she wants to be
Well,
called there.
you don't know. Some families.
Behave yourself.
Number 4, Das Festhaus at Busch Gardens, Williamsburg.
Cool.
Williamsburg, even there's an S in the middle of that.
Yeah,
Number
it used to be the one in Tampa as well, but it was switched out. But that one is a really good quality restaurant.
Awesome.
Good to know. Number 3, Mythos Restaurant at Al's Adventure.
Good.
Yay.
We know that one.
Number
Universal Butter.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Number 2, The Cowfish, Universal City Walk.
To be tested at a later date.
Yes. And number 1, drum roll
Red
please.
Box.
Oh, it's Menchie's.
The Leaky Cauldron at Studios.
Which
Florida.
studios?
Universal Studios, Florida.
Cool.
So,
I'm not sure about that one.
Why? I'm not having been.
I'm not sure that Leaky Cauldron in any way is better than Mythos.
don't know,
Yeah.
depends on if you get your refills. Yes, 2 years later, I'm still sore.
Well, you'll definitely not get any refills at the Leaky Cauldron
No.
unless you want to pay full price for them.
Well, that's the best
What?
part. You just stand underneath the cauldron and it fills up eventually.
That's interesting that there's 4 restaurants from Universal in that top 10 list.
Yeah.
I
Well,
know
with
only-
the new ones at City Walk, I'm surprised more of them aren't on there. Anahitos, I think, could take the place of a couple of these. Even. But yeah, all the way down, the Leaky Cauldron, all the way down to theming. Like, the theming's not even as strong as the 3 broomsticks, so it's a very interesting choice, I think, on here.
Yeah. I think they just pushed really hard to get that top nomination spot.
Right. Do you think it's just because of its popularity? Like, because the Wizarding World's massive at the moment. It kind of got in there on that.
Yeah, and popularity. Like, I don't think the same thing for Be Our Guest. I don't think Be Our Guest should be in a top 10 on Walt Disney World property. There's better restaurants than that.
Mm-hmm.
I think
That's
it
what
came
I've
down
heard.
to, okay, what do people like looking at while they eat?
Suppose it depends how you're looking
My
at it.
dinner.
Are you looking at food or are you looking at the overall experience? Which is, let's be honest, a lot of theme park restaurants, that's what it comes down to, with the food secondary to the experience.
Yeah, it just surprises me that just as an example, like all the AAA restaurants that are in Epcot World Showcase,
Yeah.
none of them are on this list.
Good. That is a good point. You know, everyone says that Via Napoli is probably the best pizza place in Orlando, and
It
that's
is.
not on there. Yeah,
It's expensive, but it is.
interesting. I'm happy though as a Universal fan.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Finally, some news has come out about Halloween Horror Nights in Hollywood. Firstly, Horror Nights posted on Twitter that all the mazes on this year's West Coast event will be based on IPs.
Interesting.
Then just a few days later, they released the first maze, and it will be based upon the upcoming movie by director Guillermo del Toro, Crimson Peak.
Okay.
I'd never heard of it, to be honest, and I'm a big Guillermo del Toro fan as well.
Yeah, and it's a new one coming out in October, right?
Yeah.
Here we go. Crimson Peak opens in theaters on October 16th.
So this is your Dracula Untold for this year?
Yeah. Well, this
Yeah.
is this is at Hollywood, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
And the maze will be titled Crimson Peak, Maze of Madness, designed to send guests spiraling through the chilling world and in the footsteps of Crimson Peak's lead character, Edith Cushing. First as they venture from her home in America, then the decaying and haunted Allerdale Hall mansion in a remote English countryside. With a foreboding "Beware of Crimson Peak" message that echoes from Edith's past, guests will navigate a labyrinth of paranormal, tortured souls who have borne witness to the estate's dark history of unspeakable acts, and who continue to reside in vengeful, ghostly forms. Yeah,
Sounds like a romantic comedy.
Yeah. Well, that's the interesting thing here, I think, is the movie is tagged as a gothic romance,
Yeah.
starring Tom Hiddleston, Jessica
There's your
Chastain.
romance.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sold.
Yeah. Mia Wasikowska, is that right? Yeah. And Charlie Hunnam. And you can find more information on the movie by going to crimsonpeakmovie.com. Yeah, I hadn't heard a lot about this, but I think that's going to be a very atmospheric house. I don't think that's going to be like a strong scare house, personally, but they did say that Guillermo del Toro has been trying to make a house in Hollywood for a very long time, since his first visit to Horror Nights, so...
Pan's Labyrinth has to be a maze at some point.
I've just mouthed that to you, haven't I?
Yeah, it has to be.
Yeah. Then at the end of last week, Universal announced the second maze for both events. It will be coming to Universal Orlando Resort and Universal Studios Hollywood. It'll be based on the chilling Insidious film franchise.
Yes.
Yeah. The press release states at both Universal Studios Hollywood and Universal Orlando, eventgoers will be transported into some of the most sinister scenes from all three films in the Insidious franchise. Guests will investigate unexplained phenomena in the Lambert family's eerie Victorian home and find themselves at the ghastly seance that unleashes chaos and horror. They'll journey into the Further, a supernatural realm that houses tormented spirits, and face deadly ghosts and demons like the Woman in Black and the Red-Faced Demon, who will stop at nothing to infiltrate the world of the living.
That's Jade absolutely crapping herself because she is bleep scared of the red-faced demon.
Yeah.
Yep. And we were Nina and I were just watching this weekend, and we watched part 1 and part 2, and they've already set it up in the movie for what creeps me out the most out of any scare zone, and that's where you've got a bunch of dummies in the room and a couple are real people.
Right.
Yeah, which really freaks me out. Because spoiler alert for the movies. You seen the second one?
I have, but not for a long time.
Okay. Well, there was like a room with like 15 dead bodies. The black, what was that? The Woman in Black, which was actually the Man in Black, but anyways, the Woman in Black had killed, and they're covered in like moldy old sheets because they've been stuck behind a bookcase in the wall for so long. Are you remembering this at all? There's like a bunch of church pews.
Do you want to know something? I can't honestly remember anything about the second one. We watched the first one with the kids, but I can't remember much about the second one.
Yeah, the second one was like more delving into the past events of the first one. It was really cool. They kind of pulled it back to the future with it.
Yeah.
So that was really neat. But anyways, yeah, they go in the house and there's all these dead bodies covered in sheets, and they're like moldy, decaying sheets. And as they walked in, I was like, yep, that's going to be in the house. That's for sure. And then there's another scene with all of them like standing up around the protagonist. And that's so easy to do because you can cover somebody in a sheet and have them just stand even barely still. And with everything else going on in the house, you're not going to be able to tell who's real and who's not. Mm. So I think that's going to be a very effective scare for them.
I'm going to have to try and get hold of the copy of the third one.
Mm-hmm.
So we obviously know all of it. Otherwise, you're going to be sort of lost for the final section.
Yeah.
I'll help
what
you
I
with
think
that.
is interesting. This is Hollywood's third year with Insidious.
Second. They
Yeah,
didn't
not
do
in
it
a row,
last year.
but
Yeah. Well, the year before last, they did one. They didn't do one this year, and now they're doing another one.
Yeah.
Okay. And this is our first year in Orlando.
Right.
Yeah. But then you think back to the leaked list we do, that's 2 for 2 now.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
I'm quite excited. I'm happy with that. I'm actually...
Yeah.
Has anyone started watching Scream, the TV series, yet?
Yes.
You know you have.
No, have not.
It's not bad, actually. I'd be disappointed if the leaked house, when they said it was going to be Scream, wasn't based off the movies, but I don't think it would be a complete disaster if they based it off the TV series. But obviously I would 100% prefer it to be on the movies. I think
Which
we've watched
we're pretty
2.
sure it will be, right?
Well, knowing Universal, potentially not. You look at From Dusk Till Dawn last year. Who knows?
Yeah, and I'm really worried they're switching some stuff up on that list because of just the lack of information that's been coming out.
Yeah, we're still very, very close to it starting and had very little in the way of announcements.
Another top 10 list published recently was from Fox News about the top 10 theme parks in the United States, according to TripAdvisor. The list was as follows, again, in reverse order. Number 10, SeaWorld, Orlando, Florida.
Okay.
Okay. Looking at this list, there's not a lot of diversity, but number 9, Cedar Point Amusement Park. That's in Sandusky, Ohio.
I'd love to go there.
Yeah.
Disney's Animal Kingdom, Orlando, Florida.
Yeah, out of those 4, I'd put it further down the list.
We have a lot to discuss when I get to the end of this. Disneyland Park, Anaheim, California.
Okay.
Number 6, Universal Studios, Florida, Orlando.
Okay. I think Darren would disagree with that, but...
I would.
Disney's Hollywood Studios.
Right, how
number
the...
5.
No way.
Yeah,
How
no.
the hell can you put Hollywood
Fixed.
Studios above Universal? No
I wouldn't
way.
put Hollywood Studios on any of these top 10 lists.
I was just going to say,
but-
I wouldn't have put it in the top 10.
It depends how they've rated it anyways. It's like, I don't know.
Number 4, Universal Studios Hollywood, Los Angeles, California.
Okay.
That is over the Florida park. Interesting. Number 3, Magic Kingdom in Orlando. Kissimmee, Lake Buena Vista, technically.
Wait. Okay, here goes. Go ahead, Hunter.
Number 2, Discovery Cove, Orlando, Florida.
Okay.
Right, well, Discovery Cove is supposed to be amazing.
Well,
Yeah, but
I'm
better than a
discover
day at-
better list.
Yeah,
Can I
better.
just-
It's better than a day at Magic Kingdom.
Yeah, anything's better than a day at the
Universal
Magic
Studios
Kingdom.
Oh, screw off.
Take that one, Andy.
Can I just say, is Discovery Cove a theme park?
It's an interactive experience.
Because it says top 10 theme parks. I would not class that as a theme park. If that's the case, then you're going to
Well,
be putting Blizzard
Cedar
Beach
Point in
and
its title
other
is
places
an
like that
amusement
in it.
park.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a... Yeah.
Number 1, Islands of Adventure.
Yay! Of course.
I
My
love
favourite.
Islands of Adventure, but at the moment, I would still put the studios over it.
Yes.
We're going to have
Until
words later,
Kong
dear.
comes around, I'd agree.
Honestly, until Kong comes online and they redo Toon Lagoon, I think it's always going to stand behind the studios for now.
No, it's got Seuss Landing. It's got Port of Entry. What can I say?
I
It's got
think you
Wizard
might
World.
have it. Yeah, so's the other one.
It's got the original.
There's something to Hogsmeade that hasn't been replicated in Diagon Alley, and I haven't been able to put my finger on it. But,
In a good way or a bad way?
well, no. Obviously, you're going to compare the two, but they're
Yeah.
two very different experiences.
Yeah.
But if given the choice between the two, I'm going to want to go hang out in Hogsmeade, personally. I don't know
Really?
about you, Darren.
Yeah, there is something there. The thing is that I'm such a studios freak that sometimes we don't even go over to islands at all. So
I think
Yeah.
it's so much easier with the Express now to just hop over there for an hour or two.
it is when there's not a 45-minute wait on the train.
I think you have
Believe
to
it or
look...
not, we just looked. It's like 10 minutes.
If you look
Oh,
at
that's
like
nice
the TEA numbers that came out, that the studios had a massive bump, yet Islands is flat from the year before.
How long does it take to walk gate to gate?
10 minutes?
So about 7 minutes.
From the entrance of one to the entrance of the
Yeah.
other? Not long.
Yeah.
5 minutes at a swift
But
pace.
that depends. You've already walked around an entire park.
Yeah.
Now, this is nothing for the Malibes.
Exactly.
He's walking average of 35 miles a day.
And
Yep.
with kids in
They're
tow.
Mm-hmm.
Darren's feet were like 3 inches thinner after he'd walked around the park with us for a couple of days.
I had to get new shoes after that. That's not a joke. That's serious.
And you know something? We went easy on you.
Yeah.
We wore him out, bless him. He had to go for a
No.
nap on the first
You
day.
did.
Yeah.
Took him up on a little bench.
But for Hollywood Studios to be over California Adventure or I guess Knott's Berry Farm or any of those parks,
Yeah.
there's a lot on this list that's really weird.
It is. It's very
It is.
strange.
What I'm
me.
thinking is they just put the number of positive reviews from TripAdvisor, just took the largest numbers of positive reviews from each one and kind of just came out with it. That's what I figure anyway.
I'd love to see us and maybe some other people that we're friends with put together their own sort of little top 10 lists like this.
Difficult, isn't it? Because we've only been to like 7 parks in the US, 8 maybe.
But I don't think you have to. Do you necessarily have to visit a park to recognize its greatness?
No, I suppose not.
Just help you appreciate
Like
it a bit
I'm
more.
surprised something like Six Flags Magic Mountain isn't on there. I think Disney and Universal were always going to be fairly prominent on there
Yeah.
just because of the exposure they get.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, if we were to expand this even outside of just the United States, I mean, if you were to add in stuff like Tokyo Disney Sea
Yeah.
and things like that, I think it would have been a very different list.
Yeah.
Well, it served
Yeah.
a purpose. It got us talking.
It did.
What are you going to say, Darren?
Oh, I was gonna say it just seems more like a list of customer satisfaction
Yeah.
at the parks other than the actual park itself, like judging it on all its merits. I think that's how Discovery Cove got so high up on there. Because
Maybe.
anybody that goes and reviews that on TripAdvisor, you got to swim with a freaking dolphin. I'm sure you're pretty excited about it. So,
Have we actually got a dolphin in?
yes, dolphin reporting live.
Thank you for Thank you for accepting your award.
Hey, that's uncalled for. That was a little rude.
Well, is it you can never tell when a dolphin's insulting your mother?
Nice.
Your mom is easy.
Hey, what a family show.
So we don't agree with this list, but we're glad Universal is still at number
Yes.
one.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Excellent. And as we said a few shows ago, Dr. Ian Malcolm would be visiting Universal Studios Hollywood for us, so here he is.
Hello, Lee, Tracy, Darren, and Hunter, the UUOP crew. This is Dr. Ian Malcolm coming to you live from Universal Studios Hollywood. I apologize that it's been a little while since I've checked in with you and brought you the news from the West Coast, but things have gotten a little tricky. My annual pass expired, and I had a heck of a time getting it renewed. You see, before I get into the news in the park, I'll share you a little bit what's going on with that. My annual pass expired. I went online to try to renew it. Couldn't find a place to do so. Really weird. So I called the park and I said, hey, why can't I renew my annual pass? And that's because Universal Studios Hollywood, in their infinite wisdom, have currently suspended renewals of annual passes and are not selling any new annual passes. That's right. Right now, all you can do is you can buy a quote-unquote season pass through February of 2016. It seems that the management here at this park is trying to figure out what they're going to do about selling tickets for the Wizarding World of Harry Potter when it opens in the spring, so they are not allowing annual pass holders to have annual passes for when Harry Potter opens. I think this is a really terrible decision, and it's kind of a slap in the face to the annual pass holders who have been pass holders for years in saying that you can't renew yours because we need to figure out how we're going to gouge you later. You know what? If they need to raise prices because of the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, fine. That is totally their prerogative. I get it. But at the same time, until they figure out what they're doing, they should not be eliminating the option for people to get annual passes. That's just not cool. So really a crappy way to treat your annual pass holders. And so even with the current quote-unquote season passes that they're allowing. They also have eliminated the option to include parking in your seasonal pass. So that's right, even if you get the most expensive seasonal pass, parking is not included. So that means they are forcing you, even pass holders, to pay $17 to park every time you come to the park. As an annual pass holder, and having been an annual pass holder for years and years and years here, this makes me incredibly unhappy. I think it's, again, a very rotten way to treat the people who have been loyal customers to your park for so many years. So anyway, very frustrating experience for those of us who've been coming to this park year in, year out. I understand that they're making the improvements and that they're going to charge for it. Great, but figure it out and don't screw over the people who are trying to give you their money. So we'll see what happens when they do figure out what they're going to do. But for right now, boo. Boo on you, Universal Hollywood. Not good. Anyway, we'll move on to things that are more positive, things that have changed, things that have been updated in the park, because I haven't been here in probably about 2 months. A couple little things. Up at the front of the park, they have dedicated an entire gift shop to a merchandise of the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. So I'd call it a preview center, but it's not. It's a merchandise shop. But if you're coming to the park and you want to get your robes and your Hufflepuff merchandise and your Ravenclaw and your Slytherin and et cetera, you can do that now. You still can't get butterbeer, though. Still looking out for that, but they've got that up there. They also have added a couple nice little touches to the Springfield area. Again, this might have happened within the last month or two, but it's new for me. So they did add Chief Wiggum and the crashed police car, so that's new. They added Sideshow Bob crawling out and escaping from the Springfield Penitentiary, which is a really fun touch. Another touch, less fun, is the Welcome to Springfield sign, the billboard. They actually have replaced it with a large ad for the Simpsons Tapped Out mobile video game. So, feels a little shameless to me. Instead of Welcome to Springfield, USA, it's like, hey, download this on your phone and give us money. So that, again, not great. Moving on to the tour itself. The Universal Tour, of course, they have opened Fast and Furious as the finale for the tour. They've also started the evening tours. Now, today in Southern California, normally never rains in Southern California. This is the exception to that rule. It's raining tonight, or at least drizzling a little bit. So I don't think it's fair to totally review the evening tour because I don't know which elements have been eliminated because of the rain. I noticed a couple little things throughout the tour, little effects that had been added. For example, there's a place where you go through all the different vehicles from different movies, the picture cars, and then you finally go in and it's all the vehicles from the Jurassic Park films. And one of those vehicles is a large tractor trailer from the Lost World Jurassic Park. Well, what they've done is they've turned the windows into projection surfaces, so now it actually looks like there are dinosaurs crawling around inside the trailer. So I thought that was cool. That was a neat little effect. They also did something similar with the Psycho House. They were projecting something from the inside onto the front windows on the lower, so you see shadows kind of moving across the Psycho House, like there's life going on in there. So that was kind of neat too. So those were the two big things that I noticed for the tour that I assume were added as part of the evening tour. It appears all of the rumors about the Back to the Future quote-unquote show for the evening tour were false. There definitely wasn't anything going on tonight, and when I asked a team member, they said no, there's no Back to the Future part of the evening tour. So it's a real shame that didn't happen. Wonder why? Someone more looped in would know better than I would. And then finally, to get to the big show, which is the finale, the Fast and the Furious part of the attraction. And I had heard some very negative reviews of the Fast and the Furious. I think it's Supercharged, I think it's called. And you know what? It wasn't bad. It wasn't great, but it wasn't bad. And, they've already got a couple, scenes kind of setting up the finale as you go throughout the tour. Some of the acting in these scenes, not the best. A little cheesy, a little corny, and so you're kind of like, oh, okay, whatever, I'm at a theme park, I'll kind of go with it. And then you enter, the first part of the tour that you enter, or excuse me, the first part of the experience that you enter is like Dominic Toretto's machine shop or car shop, repair shop. And this is actually a really well themed out area, and I was really happy with it because it's all dimensional. It actually does look like you are in a garage. Then the next part is the dance party that you've heard so much about. This part, the effects are not quite up to snuff. It is a similar effect of where you see Harry Potter and his friends in the queue for Forbidden Journey, Christopher Walken in Disaster. It's the same effect that they've got here, but it looks very flat, looks very projected. It doesn't look real at all. But anyway, that's how you kind of get the actors from the Fast and the Furious films into the attraction. So you do have Vin Diesel show up, Michelle Rodriguez, Tyrese, and The Rock. Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Those are the 4 cast members who do appear in it. And then the villain. It's the villain's name, Owen Shaw. It'll come to me. There's also the guy who was in The Hobbit and Dracula Untold. That guy. Anyway, so he's in it too, but not in the intro part. He's in like the big actual action-packed finale. So then from the dance party thing, you get like this little story. It's like your little pre-show. Then you go into the final piece, which is the big action sequence, and it's totally King Kong 360, but with Fast and the Furious. Same exact thing. The effects aren't as bad as I heard. They're okay. They're not bad. They do look a little CG, but not as bad as I had heard. The effects work well. You do feel like you're racing through the highways. You get to see the characters on both sides of the car. There's some great smoke effects to kind of accentuate the movement of the tram as you hit things and you jump over stuff. And so I thought it was good. The only problem with it is that it's exactly like King Kong 360. So it's like, hey, remember that thing we just did 20 minutes ago? We're going to do it again. But this time it's going to be with cars instead of a giant gorilla and dinosaurs. So even though I think it works okay, it just feels like something that you've already done. And I could see, depending on your tastes, you might even like Kong 360 better. So to see the same sort of thing again repeated on the same attraction just feels strange to me. So not as bad as you heard. It's enjoyable. I did enjoy it. I liked it. I just wish that it had been a little something different, something more unique than what we had already had a couple of years ago with Kong. So that's my review. I enjoyed the Fast and the Furious thing. I enjoyed some of the nice little things that they did in the tour. It's nice to see some work going on here in the park. It's a shame what they're doing about to the annual pass holders here, which, as you can tell, I'm really not happy about. As an annual pass holder, I think it sucks. But we'll see what they figure out and what they do for us, and I'm glad this is going to be on the show. Hopefully they listen and go, oh wait, that is kind of a jerky thing to do. We'll see. Anyway, that'll do it for right now for Universal Studios Hollywood. Hope all is well in your neck of the woods, and we will talk to you very soon. This is Dr. Ian Malcolm from Universal Studios Hollywood.
All right, well, thank you very much, Dr. Malcolm. And now a quick break.
Ladies and gentlemen, the 8th wonder of the world is returning to Universal Orlando Resort. So let our friends at Fairy Godmother Travel take care of the resort reservation. They are a Universal Parks and Resorts specialist, as well as being an authorised Disney vacation planner, and their service is free to you. From the awesome Cabana Bay Hotel to those other hotels run by a mouse, Fairy Godmother Travel can book all your Orlando vacation needs. So, you don't need to miss the chance to see the amazing King Kong in the flesh. And please make sure to let them know that you heard about Fairy Godmother Travel because of UUOP. Because every UUOP referral helps us to continue to bring you the greatest Universal coverage. Contact them today by phone at 832-284-4002 or toll free at 888-939-642539 or go to fairygodmothertravel.com.
Let Fairy Godmother Travel make your next vacation magical.
We now return you to your regularly scheduled programming.
And welcome back, and over to Maureen from Seuss Landing for another Autism at the Park.
Hi, this is Maureen Deal with Autism at the Parks, and I'm reporting from Universal Orlando Resort for the unofficial Universal Orlando podcast. And today I'm talking about things that your smaller, younger children can do in case they aren't tall enough for some of the more thrill rides. And right now I'm in Seuss Landing at the Oh, the Stories You'll Hear show. It's a wonderful show for the whole entire family, and it's one of those things that people happen to miss. And where it is located, it's located between the Cat in the Hat ride and the One Fish, Two Fish ride. Back up, and there's areas to sit down, and that some of the area is covered for out of the sun. And the storyteller will read a story, and the characters from Dr. Seuss's famous books, The Grinch, Thing 1, Thing 2, The Cat in the Hat, they all participate in the show. And after the show, you and your family members can meet and greet and have photos taken and autographs with the characters from the show. And it's one of these, I can't emphasize enough how much fun this show is, and it's a great thing for you to take your younger children to. This has been Maureen Deal for the unofficial Universal Orlando podcast, signing off from Islands of Adventure.
Thanks, Maureen. And now on to Universal versus Disney. Take it away, Tracy.
Right, well, this time we had Carly River Rapids from Disney's Animal Kingdom versus Popeye and Bluto's Bilge Barges from Islands of Adventure. So before we give you our verdict, we're going to head over to Facebook and Twitter.
We've got Mr. Darren Brown.
Renowned psychic.
Yeah. I'll go for Bilge Barges. Callie is nicely themed, but it's too short, and I feel that Bluto's actually has a better executed storyline. It's a simple storyline, but it has a clear progression from start to finish.
Keith Chandler says, Carly River Rapids has better theming, but Bluto Bilge Barges will get you soaked. Bluto's ride is better.
That's the first time I heard that. That it has better theming. But anyways. Nina Thompson says, Popeye because of the length of the ride, the amount of characters and props, and the huge wet factor. I don't know what that means. But Hunter. On Callie, if you blink too long, you'll miss it.
And David Wilson goes with Popeye because you are soaked in the first 30 seconds and then you can just sit and enjoy the rest of the ride without all the trying to avoid getting wet manoeuvres. With Carly, you just keep waiting for what's next until it's over. Which probably isn't long.
Carrie Hill says, Popeye's the most awesome water ride ever. Love it.
Oh, it's me.
Yes.
Chris Rook says, got to be Popeye. Drenches you in the first 20 seconds, there's a fight there, and then doesn't let up. It's relentless. P.S. Still like Callie too, though, but on that one, it's more about the tension about which two people on the raft are going to get wet.
Tom Williamson said, we went on Callie for the first time last year, and I personally felt it was a bit of a disappointment. As with most things Disney, the theming is very good, but the ride is way too short and is missing that huge soaking that you always feel must be coming.
At World Universal R said Popeye because it has a better theme and you get more wet.
At the Mac Machine says, what's up, Mac Machine? Popeye for its sheer fun and laughter.
At I Am Generally says, Bilge Barges all day long, you get so much wetter and I've never laughed so much on a ride.
Yep. At Disney Dude with a 3 there. That's Hacker Elite right there. He says, Popeye, longer ride, more theming, more thrills. Just cut to the chase.
Yeah. At Bedseller Guy, my choice is Popeye and Bluto's Bilge Barges because I think it's a longer ride and maybe a little less predictable.
Jason Gallant?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, nice to meet you, Jason. Sadly, I've never ridden either, as I always go to Orlando in the cold winter months and have an aversion to being wet.
Fair enough.
Yep.
Craig Lucas, and I'm not doing voice because he only likes Hunter and Darren doing his accent. No, he's told me he only likes you two doing it, so I can't.
Oh, okay.
He says, Popeye every time. Basic cartoon story, but who cares? It's all about the soaking. Callie is boring. Yawn. Death of the rainforest.
He didn't use the word boss in there.
No.
Sean Hill says, Popeye by a long shot. Callie is way too short and you can walk off the ride reasonably dry. Not a chance of that happening on Popeye.
Very true. Aaron Waite, apart from the fire and the long lift hill, there's not much to Carly. Popeye is an all-out soaking.
Hunter. Colin Reese says, Popeye by a country mile. Callie is fun and well-themed, but it's over before you know it. Popeye feels like a gauntlet.
Angie Mills says, you know what a massive Disney fan I am, but in truth, it's no contest. Bluto's Bilge Barges is a lot better, basically, because you actually get wet.
Ooh. Adam Santino says Bluto is more turbulent and wet. Is a more turbulent and wet ride. It wins. However, I will say that I avoid Bluto because I never have clothes changing options at Universal. With Kali, I don't have to worry about that. Sick burn.
Daniel DeBell. Disney would have to do very little to make Carly an amazing attraction. Bringing back its original effects, fire, etc., and adding some more theming to it would be great. It fits the park very well. Bluto's is more vulgar and loud in a great way. Theming is done well, though I'd prefer a different theme. And if you want to get wet, this definitely wins. You may as well go for a swim fully clothed. A lot more fun and overall a better complete attraction. Bluto's a win.
Barbara Mills Mallory says, I am such a Disney lover and we visited Universal first time last year. I have to agree, Popeye was so much more fun and we were literally soaked every time.
Danny Stockdale says, this is going in a very predictable direction, isn't
Yes,
it?
it is.
Danny Stockdale says, Popeye as you get wetter and Carly seems a lot shorter ride.
All right, and then Maureen Rodeel says Bilge Barges is much more thrilling than Kali River Rapids and you are guaranteed to get wet.
Brittany Avant. I prefer Popeye over Carly. In my experience, I always get significantly more wet on Popeye. Carly has a good message, but Popeye's theming is light fun.
Dried up and we're talking about
I know, I heard it. I heard it.
Lou Spector says, Callie was a huge letdown. Good, there's a drop on it. There is nothing to it at all. It's not even a question. Popeye.
Don Puckett says, Popeye is so much better than Carly. The cartoon theme is fun and I don't feel like I'm getting a lecture. Not to mention the length of Carly is ridiculously short.
And Adam Jason Sinclair says Popeye and Bluto's Bilge Barges simply because the ride seems longer and more immersive.
Chris Ezell, or Dr. Evil as I like to call him, says, Popeye hands down. If I'm on a water ride, I expect to be squelching through the park afterwards. Popeye delivers in that regard.
Daniel Smalls Huffman says, Popeye and Bluto because it gets you wetter.
Tim Grassi, the Disney fan, says, it's Popeye and it's not remotely close.
Sam Zimmerman says, Popeye in a walk.
And now it's time for our votes.
Not that it matters.
I guess Callie won that one, huh?
Yeah. So, what was our reading order there?
You, me,
all right,
Darren.
So I start. Okay. Me, well, I haven't ridden Carly because I had pneumonia last time we were over there. So, yeah, it'd be Popeye anyway. For all the aforementioned reasons. So.
Okay. Well, I'm also going to go with Popeye, Bilge Barges. I think it's the obvious choice. I will say that Callie has amazing theming. Really fond of the queue, really fond of the attraction. I don't think it's as short as people remember it is, but when I go on a water ride, I expect to get wet. So, yeah, I'm going to go with Popeye.
When was the last time you went on Carly River Rapids, Hunter?
2 months ago.
Fair enough. Well, I've only ever been on it once, and it was the last time we were there, and it is very short. And like a lot of people said in there, you are literally waiting for the soaking, and it doesn't come.
Mm-hmm. You're more focused. Like, forgive me, I don't know your name, but
it's Lee.
One of the listeners pointed out that you're waiting to see which two people are going to get wet on that attraction. I will say that the drop on Callie is actually really exciting, and Popeye, it's more just kind of like there's a hill and they slowly let you down it instead of dropping you.
Those little hills are the ones that get you soaked. For
yeah,
I think they were with it.
But that drop is a lot of fun on Callie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we literally, the three of us came off it virtually dry.
Yeah, I was very surprised. Put it this way, you were on for such a short time. I'd already decided I was going to have fun because you always carry the notes on holiday and I get the change. So I decided I was going to have some fun. So I went to get a bottle of water and I actually had enough money to pay for the bottle of water in pennies.
Oh, God.
So I was counting out the pennies and I just sat down to drink this water and along they came.
And we queued for about 40 minutes because it broke down and then they were letting all the fast pass people in, so all the people behind us in line were kicking off.
Oh, that's right, I got nuts as well. I'm paying for those in pennies as well. Poor Disney.
Yeah. I gotta say, Callie sounds like my kind of water ride. One where you don't get wet at all. That sounds great. But I gotta say, I haven't been on either of them.
Oh, Darren.
You haven't been on Popeye, Darren?
No.
Nope.
He only went on Dudley about 2 months ago.
We didn't want to spend. Well, I didn't want to spend the extra money on the lockers.
October.
I remember your reluctancy when I made you go on Jurassic Park that one time.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
I'm just not huge. Like, the water rides would be great if I had like a wardrobe there and I could just change all my clothes afterwards. But I'm not into just walking around the park all like soaking wet. Especially it's my shoes. I get blisters and stuff.
Take your shoes off and put them in the middle like
everyone
I do.
else does. Even though
Actually,
they say
they've
not
got
to.
signs up. You can't remove your shoes now.
Yeah, Hunter, they've been there for about 15 years and it didn't stop us doing it.
What they going to do? Turn you around and bring you back?
Maybe. You never know.
Yeah, no.
I take spare clothes.
Yeah,
So
I
I
might just let Bluto win this time.
Yeah.
So I think we can pretty much... that literally was a clean sweep.
Oh, just about, yeah.
Nobody said Carly.
No.
Nope.
Oh, well.
So what's the ratio there?
1,000,000 to 0.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
Everyone to no one.
Yeah. All right. Well, unless anybody has anything else, I think that's going to wrap up the show. Don't forget, you got to go to uuophh2015.moonfruit.com to find out about the UK meet in September, and we're still looking for your best maniacal clown laugh
Yeah, no,
for
we're
your
not.
competition.
Yeah, we are.
No, it's closed.
Actually, if anyone's interested in the meet in September, we recorded an episode last week that's in the feed before this one, talking all about it with the guys that we're organising it with, so...
Can't wait.
Awesome. And, of course, you can continue to vote in our top 5 worst attractions at Universal Orlando Resort by emailing us your top 5 to podcast@uuopodcast.com.
I think on the next news show, I'll pull that up because it has changed from when we did it previously.
Ooh, all right. So, for Michelle, Maureen, Tracy, Hunter, Lee, and everyone who participated in Disney vs. Universal, this is Darren, and this has been the unofficial Universal Orlando podcast.
Well, that wraps up another unofficial Universal Orlando podcast. Be sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest, and YouTube. Just search the word UUO Podcast. We'd love to hear from you, so if you've seen something hilarious in the parks, let us know for our Funny Schmidt segment. And if you've had a great experience with a team member, we want to hear about that too. So to get in touch with us, email us at podcast@uuopodcast.com or record us a message at speakpipe.com/uuopodcast. Please subscribe to us on iTunes and rate and review the show. That would be amazing. Not an Apple user? No problem. You can find us on Stitcher, at uuopodcast.libsyn.com, as well as many other podcast apps. And don't forget to check out our sponsors, Fairy Godmother Travel, for all your Universal vacation needs. Head over to our partner site, micechat.com, for even more theme park news, and check out micepod.com. So until next time, be adventurous.
This has been a micepod.com presentation.
Mice Chat!